The Black Plague, also known as the Black Death, was one of the deadliest pandemics in human history, sweeping through Europe, Asia, and North Africa in the 14th century. The Black Death was caused by the Yersinia pestis bacterium, which is primarily spread by fleas that lived on rats. The rats would come into contact with humans, transmitting the fleas and bacteria. The disease could also spread through respiratory droplets from person to person, particularly in its pneumonic form, which made it even more deadly. The Black Death first appeared in Europe in 1347, when a fleet of Genoese trading ships docked in Sicily, bringing the disease with them. It spread quickly, reaching England, France, Spain, and eventually the rest of Europe. The epidemic lasted from 1347 to 1351, and some estimates say it killed anywhere from 25% to 60% of Europe's population. Symptoms of the plague included fever, chills, headaches, fatigue, and swollen lymph nodes, which became particularly noticeable as painful buboes, hence the term bubonic plague. The skin would also turn black or blue due to tissue death, which gave rise to the term Black Death. In its pneumonic form, the plague affected the lungs and caused coughing and severe respiratory distress. The plague spread through both land and sea trade routes. Rats aboard merchant ships helped spread the fleas carrying the bacteria, and trade caravans on the Silk Road carried the disease to Asia and Europe. The movement of armies, traders, and pilgrims contributed to its rapid transmission. The Black Death had a profound impact on Europe. It decimated the population, with estimates of deaths ranging from 25 million to 50 million, wiping out nearly a third of the continent's population. This caused significant social, economic, and cultural upheaval. The massive loss of life led to a severe labor shortage, which caused wages to rise and led to peasant uprisings, as workers demanded better conditions and pay. People turned to religion for answers, but some also blamed minority groups, such as Jews, who were wrongly accused of poisoning wells. In response to the plague, some European governments and communities imposed quarantine measures, isolating infected individuals or entire areas. The practice of quarantining ships for 40 days was introduced in some cities like Venice. Many towns and villages attempted to flee the disease, but it often followed them, and fleeing was generally ineffective. The Black Plague was one of the first pandemics that brought attention to public health and hygiene. While the exact cause was not understood at the time, the event contributed to later scientific advancements and increased awareness of diseases. It also reshaped Europe's social structure, creating the conditions for the Renaissance in the following centuries. The Black Death is remembered not only for its death toll, but also for its profound effect on shaping the course of history.